Okay, last but not the least, I'm gonna show you how to solve for the perimeter and the area of the circle. So you know already what to do. But before that, let's solve for the circumference and the area of a literal circle. First, let's measure the diameter of the circle. When I measure the diameter using my ruler, it's 14.5. If I try another diameter somewhere here, still 14.5. What about here? Yes, that's the diameter. The diameter is 14.5. Now, to solve for the circumference of the circle, it's pi times 14.5, which is what I've done here. Ang ginawa ko dito, 3.14 times 14.5 to give me 45.53 centimeters. Alright? Now it's time to solve for the circumference of the circle sector. Starting off at the modulus. If I remember, we are supposed to get 25.42. Here's how the formula goes. Normally, if you're going to do this formula, you should be following the formula as follows. The formula goes like this. Pi times diameter, diba? That gives you the circumference. But again, you're gonna have to multiply it by the specified degree, divide by 360. So your circumference divided by times 201, divide by 360. So ganito kasi yun. Alright? So what I did here was this. Ang ginawa ko to ay ito. Circumference, diba? Times, what do I have to multiply? I have to multiply by the angle here, which is 201, to give me this. Then after this one, divide by 360 degrees. And we still got this answer. They are the same. Right? So therefore, that's the measure of the arc of the, ano yun, yung sa modulus na category. But, if you need to add the two radii together, that's when you need to add this. So, you click this cell and then click plus the diameter, which is 14.5. And you should get this as your total circumference. Okay? Now, what about for the other sectors? For the other sectors, ganito, it's still the same procedure. Same procedure as follows. If I remember this one, it's 77 degrees. So therefore, the formula is still the same. Ang ginawa ko dito ay yung radian formula. Di ba remember yung radian formula ay ito? Radius times this one. Di ba remember this the formula? Times the specific angle that you want times pi divided by 180. And the radius is 7.25. So the specific angle that I want is 77. So that's the formula that I did. So yun po talaga yung ginawa ko dito. Okay? Radius times the angle that I want, which is this one, multiplied by pi, then divide by 180 to give me this, 9.73. And even if I were to do pi times diameter or something like that, ganito yun. Diba ganito yun? This one, divide times this guy, divide by this guy. If I were to do that, you will still get the same answer of 9.73. And so on. Okay? So that's exactly what would happen. And these are the values that you will all encounter. So ganito kasi yung procedure. Tapos this one, then if I were to apply for this one, ganito yung formula pa rin. We can still do the same formula, which is this guy. Circumference of the circle times the angle that you want, divide by 360 to give you this. We still got 5.3. Alright? Pero if you want as if it were a constant pattern, you will have to click on this. Ganito kasi yung mangyari. Okay? Click on the cell here, then drop it down. Ganito kasi yun. You need to click on this cell and then drop it. Para yun, you will get the answer. Okay? You'll get the answer that you want. But that's not the answer that I was looking for. Because remember, it's supposed to be like this. We need to lock the cell. So, dapat i-lock namin yung cell. Wait lang ha. Yan. So, diba remember, ito-type mo yung formula. I-lock mo yung cell na ganito. Click on this 45.53. Tapos, i-lock mo to. Put the dollar marks. And then, multiply that by the cell that you want, with the angle that you want, which is this one. No need to put if you're going to descend. The only time you put dollar sign is to lock kapag if you want a constant cell. Unless you don't want anything constant, hindi pwede mo kailangan i-lock. Tapos, divide by 360 Tapos, i-lock mo tong dalawa. Lock mo to yun. So, clicking on this one, lock, $sign. Then this one, lock. Then, did we get the same answer? Yes, we sure did. Then, if you click on this cell, like this, bring down your answer, you will still get the same answer, okay? Yan. Tapos, yung panguling step, that is the circumference of a circle, okay? If you're giving for the arc. Now, if you want to add it to the double radii, click on this, then plus the constant cell, which is 14.5. And that's it. Then, click on this cell. Click mo to, nakita mo yung box na ito. Drop it down para wachulis patuloy na yung formula. And that's it. That's how you do it. That's how you solve for the circumference of a sector of circle. Yun lang, mabilis lang yun. Now, for area, mabilis lang yun. Di ba, remember, for the area of the circle, ang formula ay pi times the radius squared divided by 2. Remember, what's the radius squared? 7.25. Di ba? So, we square it and we should get 165.046. Okay? Now, the formula goes like this. In general, ang formula sa solve ng area ng circle ay pi times radius squared, pi times radius squared. That's the area of one circle. Now, if you're going to go around sector, this is the formula. You will have to multiply it with a specific category. Like, for example, 201 degrees divided by 360. So, yun yung formula na dapat gagawin mo. So, ito yung ginawa ko dito. Ang ginawa ko dito ay 3.14 times this one. Squaring it. Nilock ko to, di ba? May $sign to. I locked it. And then times T22, which is this guy. Yun naka-color code. Pero since I want it to go down, I should not leave that constant. And then divide by 360. So, with that, you should get this answer. 92.15 something. Another way now you can solve for the area using radians is this. 1/2 times radius squared times theta. Theta is the same formula. Remember this? 180, then the angle that you want. For example, gusto ko to. So therefore, this is what I'm gonna do. Did you know that 1 and radius squared, di ba radius squared is still the same, tama? Then pi radius squared, then times 201. Then 2 times 180 becomes 360. Hey, we still ended up with the same formulas before. So that's the same as this one. Yun lang. And either way, even if we were to do this, we will still come up with the same answer. Pero if you want to test it out, ganito yun. Diba, remember you click 1/2, diba? I-type mo product. Product of these numbers. Product of the three numbers. So 1/2, that's 1, diba? And the number, what's the second number? You want the radius squared, which is this guy. Tapos i-square mo, diba? But because remember, we want to lock it, so click on this one, tapos $sign. I-$sign mo yan. Yan. Type $sign. Shift, then $. Okay? And then the last number, what should be the last number? Multiplied by the radian formula, which is, ano to? 3.14, diba? And then, what's the last? The angle that you want divide by 180. So, ganito yun. This one, divide by 180. Did we still get the same answer? Yes, we still get the same answer. Now, dropping it in, we click on this cell that you see here. See the little box? Drop it down para mas maiksi yung formula. At dyan, we still got the same answer, di ba? Kahit na we did this formula or that formula, we still come up with the same answer. If you want to know how I will explain this in details, please try it yourself because I don't have time to explain it in this video. Okay? But I'm really sure that this video will really help you talaga. Now, if you want to ensure that this should be the same, ganito yun. Type if, di ba? If, logical test. If this guy is equivalent to the sum of everything. Lahat na yan. Click on the cell here. Sum, Z22, tapos, ayan, we sum this up. You see the table that's highlighted? That's the one I want to sum. If this guy is equivalent to the sum of this one. Then logical test if it's true. True kung tama. If not, false. Then, correction, true, tama. So we got the answer. Ta-da! Kasi nga just what I said, whatever area you get here of all these sectors, when you add this up all together, you will the final answer will be the area of the circle itself such that it's not divided into sectors. At yun lang. Thank you. You may try this on your own if you like. Perhaps ganito yun. If you want to see if your answer is true, try to solve it on paper or pen or using a calculator, then leave a comment if your answer is still the same. Thank you po and God bless.